These microbial mats are the oldest known living ecosystems on Earth. Bebout wants to know if these microbes could exist on other planets, producing oxygen, thereby enabling life to evolve.
We know that with the advent of oxygen production through photosynthesis, these microbial ecosystems, in particular the cyanobacteria, began to change our atmosphere. We're very curious how that happened, how that transitioned, how these microbes adapted and spread to diversify and fill so many niches on our planet. This is important in helping us decide what to look for on other places, say Mars or other extraterrestrial places.
If life exists far off in our galaxy, or in distant galaxies, will it truly be Earth-like? On our planet, all life contains DNA, a long chain of molecules that holds the blueprint for every living thing. It allows life to duplicate and branch out, essentially creating the tree of life. But are there alternatives?
Maybe life on another world is still carbon and water-based, but doesn't use DNA at all. Maybe it uses a completely different type of molecule to store information. That would be very exciting.
And could there be life that doesn't require DNA, carbon, or water?
Well, it may be that ours is kind of a crappy planet compared to what's out there, that there may be other planets that are much more optimized for advanced life.
Many of my colleagues, which are doing astrobiological research, they're looking for life that unkindly I might typify as stupid life. And they're looking for microbes mostly. There may be something a little bit bigger.
Some astrobiologists want a close encounter with something more than just a microbe. They're looking for intelligent life that's perhaps even smarter than us. The search for life extends beyond looking for slimy bacteria. In astrobiology, a crack team of scientists wants to make contact with something much grander.
SETI, of course, is looking for intelligent life in space, but it doesn't just stop there. They have to be not only intelligent, but they have to be technologically competent.
The Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute, better known as SETI, uses radio technology to listen for radio leaks from alien civilizations. It's based on the premise that humans need to communicate, so perhaps alien nations also want to get their message out.
What we try and do is simply try and eavesdrop on signals, either radio waves that we could pick up with our antennas, or flashing laser lights. They might be using big lasers to aim pulses of light in our direction. I am not man, I am microbe. I'm also Seth Shostak for the SETI Institute, whose mission is to understand the nature and origin of life in the universe.
And I'm Molly Bentley. Welcome to Are We Alone?
Who remind you that there's more to life than just what you find at your local zoo.
At SETI, senior astronomer Seth Shostak hosts a regular radio show that's podcasted,
where we're bugging out with microbes.
There are so many cohabitating with you, listening to Hand Me Microbe.
Shostak broadcasts lively, yet informative science-related news to Earthlings, as well as other advanced civilizations that have the means to listen in.
Cynthia Phillips, thanks for joining me today. We are so fond of radio for listening that we started a weekly radio show in which we, in a sense, broadcast. A lot of people are interested in SETI because everybody's interested in aliens in the same way that just about everybody's interested in dinosaurs. People are just interested in that. So we're trying to take advantage of the fact that they're interested in what we do to get them interested in some broader subjects in science and also technology.
SETI has been listening for signals since the 1960s, but ET hasn't phoned in. This silence has fueled skepticism.
Now we're going to find lots of planets with life. I'm guessing that intelligence will be rare, but they won't be smart in the way that humans are smart. That's going to be rare. But again, that's just my intuition.
Aliens can't get here at faster than the speed of light. Physics doesn't allow that. And that means, since we've only been broadcasting for, say, 60 years, they can't be coming from a planet more than 30 light years away. Well, the number of stars within 30 light years is pretty small.
Our universe is over 12 billion years old. Planet Earth has only been around for over 4.6 billion years. Therefore, there are planets millions and billions of years older than us. So if there's life beyond the Milky Way galaxy, it potentially could be millions to billions of years more advanced than us.
I think that the truly intelligent species out there, if they ever happened upon us, would maybe regard us as we regard ants or bacteria, as some primitive example of life. Anybody we meet is going to be much more advanced than us, at least certainly much more aged than us in terms of how long they've been a civilization.
If intelligent civilizations do exist beyond Earth, what would they look like?
But if we find intelligence in space, it's moved on beyond biological intelligence and moved on to machine intelligence. A thinking machine that represents a million years evolution beyond where we are. Who knows how it's built? All you know is that it might be really, really smart.
There's no logical reason why there shouldn't be machines from other worlds exploring our planet, coming into our airspace, maybe even attempting to interact with us in some way.
Whether we find a trace of bacteria or a high-tech civilization, any discovery of life will revolutionize the way we think about the universe and ourselves. Until then, it remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of all time.
So we're going to see a real zoo out there when we finally do discover alien life. All sorts of different ways of coding information and making molecules, causing the phenomenon of life.
The people that work on this field are geeks, so we imagine making contact with alien geeks, right? And we're going to have fun talking about equations together, but maybe we'll end up making contact with alien hipsters or bohemians, and we'll need some other form.
So, life as we don't know it. Thanks very much for talking with me. I'm Seth Shostak for the SETI Institute, where we always listen, but occasionally we broadcast.